Assalamualaikum and a very good day to our respected lecturer, Madam Saflina binti Aziz. First and foremost, we would like to express our sincere gratitude for giving us the opportunity to work on this assignment. It has truly helped deepen our understanding of fundamental financial accounting concepts. Our group consists of 5 members. Each of us contributed equally to the interview, data collection and preparation of this presentation. For this assignment, we selected Melbid Barbershop, located in Seremban, Negeri Sembilan. We selected this business because not only is it relatable and easy to observe, but it also reflects how many small Malaysian businesses operate today. Simple, owner-managed, and using both cash and digital transactions. To complete this project, we conducted an online interview with the owner on 29th November 2025. The owner was very cooperative and we were able to learn how real accounting concepts appear in an actual business setting. In today's presentation, we will walk you through the background of the business, its characteristic as a sole proprietorship, the classification of its accounting items, the recording process, and finally, the strengths and weaknesses and recommendations for improvement in the conclusion. We have prepared this presentation to be clear, detailed, and reflective of what we have learned in ACC407. With that, let's begin with the background of the business.
Melbid Barbershop is a sole proprietorship business owned entirely by Mr. Muhammad Amirul Naim bin Zamri. The nature of the business is men grooming service, which include haircut and wash, bird trimming, hair colouring and scalp treatment. The business was officially registered with the Companies Commission of Malaysia on 12 June 2022 and commenced operation the business following month in July 2022. The shop is strategically located along Persiaran S2, Seremban, Negeri Sembilan. To establish the business, the owner invests RM35,000 from his personal saving as the initial capital. This amount covers all start-up costs needed to set up the barbershop. A significant portion of the investment went into renovating the shop, which include installing furniture, fitting, aircon unit, and appropriate lighting for the workspace. The owner also purchased a reception desk, a large mirror, and a full set of professional barber equipment, such as clippers, trimmers, scissors, shaver machine, and 1 shampoo basin. In addition, he acquired 3 barber chairs to begin the operation. The initial capital also include the first month's rental payment and the furnishing of the customer's waiting area. As the business grew and gained traction, the owner reinvested an additional RM12,000 to upgrade equipment and enhance the shop's interior, bringing the total capital investment to RM47,000. The main revenue comes from haircut service priced at RM35 per person. Melbid Barbershop operates 7 days a week, ensuring a consistent and continuous flow income. The shop's target market consists predominantly of male customers aged between 10 and 45 years old. One unique thing about this barbershop is that most customers prefer cashless payment. According in the owner, about 80% of sales come from QR and online transfers, and remaining 20% come from cash. This makes the shop a good example of how small business today adapt to digital payments method. To encourage customer loyalty, the shop also operates as a loyalty card program. Under the scheme, customers receive 25% discount on their first visit and complimentary haircut on their 8th visit.
Okay, now let's look at how Melbid Barbershop matches the characteristics of a sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship is one of the simplest and most common forms of business ownership in Malaysia. Under this structure, the business is registered with the Companies Commission of Malaysia under the Business Registration Act 1957, and it is owned by one person, which is owned entirely by Mr. Muhammad Amirul Naim bin Zamri. The business is considered the same legal entity, which means that Melbid Barbershop does not have a separate legal identity from its owner. One of the key characteristics of a sole proprietorship is that it is funded entirely by one individual. This can be proven when the initial capital of RM35,000 and the added capital of RM12,000 both came from the owner's personal savings. He also mentioned that during slow month, he sometimes uses his personal savings to cover expenses, which is typical for this type of business. There are no partners, shareholders, or external investors involved. Because of this, when it comes to the management and control, the owner has full authority and complete control over the business. He is responsible for daily operations, decision making, procurement of supplies, pricing, financial management, and customer service. This arrangement provides the owner full flexibility, but it also means that the workload can be heavy since all responsibilities depend on one person. In terms of liability, Melbid Barbershop falls under unlimited liability. If the business faces financial problems or debts, the owner is personally responsible. His personal assets can be used to settle business obligations. This is a common characteristic of sole proprietorships and one of the major risks of this business form. Another key characteristic is that all profits generated by Melbid Barbershop belong entirely to the owner. And at the same time, any losses must also be absorbed by him. The business income is reported under the owner's personal income tax since sole proprietorships are not taxed as separate companies. And lastly, for books and account, sole proprietorships are not legally required to keep the books and prepare account. As a result, Melbid Barbershop uses a very simple record keeping method. The owner records daily sales manually in a notebook, while expenses are logged whenever receipts are available. This flexibility allows the owner to use manual methods, which leads us to the next section.
Now let us examine how the business item of Melbid Barbershop are classified according to accounting principle. We will discuss 5 categories: asset, liabilities, owner's capital, revenue, and also expenses. According to the Financial Accounting Book published by McGraw-Hill, assets are defined as valuable resources owned or controlled by a business, which are expected to bring future economic benefit. They are divided into non-current asset and current asset. NCA is defined as asset expected to be used for more than one accounting period and provide long-term benefit. For Melbid Barbershop, these non-current assets include such as CA are the assets that are expected to be converted into cash, sold, or used up within 1 year, or the normal operating cycle. For Melbid Barbershop, current assets include other type of asset include tangible asset, which can be defined as physical asset used in operation, while intangible asset are non-physical asset that lack physical substance but have monetary value because they represent potential future economic benefit. Furniture and fittings can be categorized as non-current tangible asset, while cash and bank, inventory, and supplies can be classified as current tangible asset, as these are expected to be converted into cash, sold, or consumed within 1 year or one operating cycle. The textbook explains that liabilities are obligated that require the business to sacrifice economic benefit in the future. Liability can be defined into non-current liability and current liability, with each defined as amount owing by the business that is not expected to be repaid within 1 year, such as mortgage, while current liabilities is the amount owing to the business that are expected to be retained within 1 year, such as accurate expenses. Based on our interview, Melbid Barbershop currently has minimal to no liabilities. This means the business operates on cash basis with no significant debts. This is a notable strength as it reduces financial risk and interest expenses. However, it is worth noting that if there are any unpaid expenses at month end, such as accurate wage for part-time staff or utilities not yet due, this would be classified as accurate expenses under current liabilities. Owner equity, also known as capital, represents the owner's interest in the asset of the business. It equals asset minus liabilities. It arises from owner contribution and accumulated profit. For Melbid Barbershop, capital contribution, internal capital equal to RM 35,000. Additional capital equal to RM 12,000. Total capital invested equal to RM 47,000. Though the owner confirmed that he withdraws money from the business for personal use approximately 2 to 3 times per month. These withdrawals are recorded as drawings, which reduce the owner's capital. Since liabilities are minimal, most of the business assets are financed by the owner's capital. Revenue are defined as inflows of assets that the business receives when it provides service to customers. For Melbid Barbershop, revenue comes from two main sources. First of all, service revenue. This is the primary source of income generated from grooming service, such as haircut and wash. Main revenue generated equal to RM 35 ringgit per service. Beard trimming, hair coloring, scalp treatment, grooming package. 2 is sales revenue, additional income from selling hair product to customer, including pomade, hair sprayer, and styling cream. According to the textbook, expenses are costs incurred to run the business and generate revenue. These include rent, utilities, wage, supplies, maintenance, and other operating costs. Based on our interview, the major monthly expenses for Melbid Barbershop are
Now, let us examine how Melbid Barbershop records financial transactions. The business utilizes a hybrid recording system that combines manual and basic digital methods. All daily sales are recorded manually in notebook. Instead of recording individual transactions, the owner records the total sales amount for each day and prepares a summary at the end of the day. Occasionally, mobile applications are used to assist in tracking sales digitally. Cash sales and online transfer sales are recorded separately to help the owner track how much income comes from each payment method. For online transaction, customer receipts are written as proof of payment. All business expenses, including supplies and utilities, are recorded on the same day they are incurred. The owner does not rely on memory and ensure that expenses are documented immediately. Physical receipts are organized in a folder according to month, and digital copies are scanned and stored in Google Drive as a backup. The owner prepares daily transactions, summarizes and reviews sales record on a weekly and monthly basis to monitor business performance. Profit or loss is calculated monthly or whenever required. All financial records are kept for income tax purpose. The owner manages his own tax filing without using an external accountant. Business income is declared annually as part of his personal income tax submission.
So, based on our analysis, the recording system has several strengths. First, simplicity and ease of management. The manual notebook system is straightforward and does not require technician knowledge. The owner finds it easy to manage alongside daily operation. Number 2, clear income tracking through online payment with 80% of transactions made via QR codes and online transfer. The owner has automatic digital record from his dedicated business bank account. By maintaining a separate bank account for the business, income tracker become clearly personal and business financial remain distinct. Number 3, organized receipt management. The practice of keeping physical receipt in folder sorted by month combined with the digital backup in Google Drive demonstrate good organization habits. This dual approach is particularly beneficial because physical receipt can fade over time, become damaged, or lost due to the unforeseen circumstances, such as a flood or other natural disasters. By maintaining the digital copies, the owner ensures that important financial records are preserved and can be retrieved whenever needed. Number 4, consistent same-day recording. Recording expenses on the same day they occur reduce the risk of forgetting transaction and maintain accuracy. And the last point, separation of cash and online recording maintenance. Separate the recording for the different payment method aims in reconciliation and provide clear financial insights. However, the system also are several weaknesses. One is small expenses, sometimes forgetting the owner admitted that he sometimes forgot to record small expenses, which can lead to encourage in tracking total costs. Number 2, difficult separating personal and business money despite effort to separate them. The owner acknowledged that fully discussing between personal and business financial remains challenging. This is a common issue for sole properties. Number 3, monthly summary preparation is challenging by daily summaries are maintained. Consolidating this into comprehensive monthly summary is time-consuming and sometimes neglected. Number 4, no formal accounting software. The business relies primarily on manual recording with only occasional use for funds only. There is no proper accounting software in place. And the last part, no customer receipt issue. The business does not issue receipt to customer, which could pose challenge for record verification and customer dispute.
In conclusion, Melbid Barbershop serves as an excellent example of a sole proprietorship business in Malaysia. The business exhibits all the defining characteristics of a sole proprietorship. It is owned and managed entirely by one individual, Mr. Muhammad Amirul Naim, who bears unlimited liability, meaning his personal assets are not legally separate from the business. All capital comes from his personal savings, all profits belong solely to him, and his business income is declared under his personal income tax. The business demonstrates several positive practices. However, there is still room for improvement, particularly in adopting digital accounting tools and maintaining stricter discipline in separating personal and business finances. Based on our findings, we would like to propose 5 recommendations to strengthen the financial recording system. First, implement a petty cash system with vouchers. This ensures that even small expenses are properly documented and not forgotten. Second, establish a strict rule to only use the business bank account for business transactions. The owner should also consider setting a fixed monthly salary for himself instead of withdrawing money randomly. This creates a clearer boundary between personal and business funds. Third, schedule a fixed time at the end of each month, perhaps 1 to 2 hours, to prepare monthly financial summaries using a simple Excel or Google Sheets template that can speed up this process. Fourth, adopt simple and affordable digital accounting software such as Wave, Zoho Books, or Microsoft Excel. These tools can automate calculations, generate reports, and reduce manual errors. And fifth, purchase a basic receipt book and issue simple receipts for every transaction. This protects both the business and customers and provides proper documentation for tracking daily revenue. This project has allowed us to bridge the gap between theoretical accounting concepts and the real-world business practices. We have observed firsthand how a sole proprietorship classifies its assets, liabilities, capital, revenues, and expenses. Melbid Barbershop demonstrates that even without a formal accounting training, a small business can maintain functional financial records. However, adopting proper accounting practices will help the business grow sustainably and achieve long-term success. We hope this presentation has provided valuable insights into the financial accounting process of a sole proprietorship business. Thank you.